Alright, so they'll be checking out the Canis Kalahari based on the Citroen Mahari, or however you say that. It is, of course, a vehicle intended for the European and, global markets. So this was not sold in the United States, but it can be eligible for import. So that's a cool fun fact. But with that said, this vehicle is a remove the website car as of 2026. So if you're interested in it and you're in PS5, please let me know, and I'll try to help you as quick as possible. If you're in different time zones, I really try my best to work with you. But with that said, with what you do get, it's still very good. And I know, the customization could be a bit limited to some of you. Um, but with a car as simple as this, I feel like what you do get is very plentiful. And this could be a case of where less is more. And that's very evident with this car. And the amount of detail that it comes with stock. And with the headlights, they appear to be a xenon, unlike the original car, which was just a halogen. So if you want to put some blue on it, you could of course go ahead and do that. But with the paint, what I want to do is a yellow. And I know people associate yellow with taxis, but I feel like it works so well. And personally, instead of doing like a military style color, I feel like just doing a yellow. This car was also, used by civilians as well, of course. It was a good cheap alternative. You know, this does come with some side steps, one option, however, but I feel it's too low to need it. And the wheels, they're low profile, they're very thin. So I mean, you could put, you know, modded wheels, but I feel like it looks too funny. It looks too tiny and just very thin. And this could be one of the only vehicles in the game that has such skinny tires. And for an off-road vehicle, to me that's kind of funny, but it is a little capable, as I'll get into later. All that's left for me to do here is just show you the window tint before I exit out the garage. But me personally, I really don't want to do that. I mean, it's up to you. It kind of makes it look like a van. But with that said, the detail and texture quality is decent. This appears to have an inline-4 engine. Uh, I could kind of tell that it does have 4 cylinders, but the engine looks kind of strange. I really have no idea what I'm looking at, to be honest, but it does look like a 4 cylinder nonetheless. The interior here, the quality isn't the best, but the detail's still pretty good. The interior actually is pulled out from the Canis Bodhi, which is Trevor's car for those of you, who don't remember. But overall, the rest of the exterior, I feel like it's very well done, and it's just a very interesting car to pick up and just to look at. Maybe to bring to car meets as, something fun. I believe this also does come with without the roof. But from what I saw in the customization, I was not able to remove the roof, so I believe that could be a separate variant. I do not recall. But with that said, I mean the exterior is very flawless. And now for the driving experience. I feel like the speed is acceptable for, the average player. For most of you guys that only come and play it once in a while. But the handling itself, with the handling, you could toss the car around. And I feel like it does have a lot of potential to be something fun. And for those that may not know, I mean, a car does not have to be super fast to be fun. It's just, the handling needs to be good. So if you put some low grip tires on this, you could drift it around and slide it around. I mean, that sounds like a bunch of fun. And already, I mean, it's not that much, but I mean, I'm just enjoying the driving experience and just looking at this car from the rear. And it does have a bit of a large turning radius as I'll get into for a car this small, as I'll show you right now. Yeah, that right there, you can't really do tight corners unless you time your braking. And before I end the video, I also want to touch on its off-road experience. This, could do an adequate job, but I mean, I do not recommend it for off-roading. But anyway, that's all I got for today.